From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We are live at 6 a.m. It is April the 1st. Yes, it is April Fool's Day. So be sure to stay on guard for today. This is your early reminder. No tricks here. Don't worry. We do have a lot to talk about with the forecast, including everything that you need to know for your Easter plans this weekend, whether it's on Good Friday, whether it's on Saturday, or whether it is on Easter Sunday. We will break down everything you need to know with a cold front coming through, going to be impacting us at least in some way, if nothing else than just giving us rain and storms. But we will talk about that as well as the forecast for the rest of the week, and we will get you out the door here on this April the 1st early at 6 a.m. on this Wednesday morning. So let's go ahead and check out live Viper Doppler radar. We are dry across the area. Clouds are still moving through the Tennessee Valley, but we are dry. No showers in the area, so we can hold off on the rain gear for a few hours, but you may want to pack it with you for today because we do have a chance for some isolated to scattered thunder showers later this afternoon. A higher rain chance today compared to the last few days when it was just a stray 10% chance, but still not going to be an overly wet day for today, but we do have the chance for a few showers and thunder showers to be popping up later today. I'll show you that on Futurecast here in just a moment. Otherwise, temperatures are off to a warm start. Pulaski, you folks are the only ones in the 50s this morning. 57 checking in much of Giles County. Otherwise, we are in the low to mid 60s to start off on this Wednesday morning. So another comfortable and a little bit muggy start to the day. Likely don't need a jacket this morning, and you definitely will not need one later on this afternoon. Winds are calm at this time, blowing about 1 to 5 miles an hour out of the south. We will see those winds pick up by the afternoon, kind of like we have over the last few days, but still nothing overly windy for today. The sun is just now starting to rise across the Tennessee Valley. Temperatures here in Lawrenceburg sitting at the lower 60s, 62 degrees, dew points at 60 degrees. So again, there is a little bit of a mugginess to the air this morning. Some clouds are around, but we will stay partly cloudy for much of today. Same story in Columbia and Murray County. Good morning to you tuning in. Temperatures and at the mid 60s, dew points in the lower 60s, a breeze out of the south-southeast at 7 miles an hour at this time. Some clouds over into parts of North Alabama. Looking on the campus of UNA, temperatures in Florence at 66 degrees, a southerly wind blowing about 8 miles an hour at this time. So again, a relatively calm start to the day. We have some clouds around. Clouds will be around for the rest of the morning, afternoon, and evening. We'll call it partly to maybe even mostly cloudy at times, but here is that chance we have for rain and thunder showers. Again, it's not a great chance. It is a better chance compared to the last few days, but still a lot of us are going to sneak away dry on this Wednesday, but we do have the chance for those thunder showers to pop up later on this afternoon, mainly between the hours of 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Maybe some brief heavy downpours, some thunder and lightning, but that is pretty much all that we can expect with, again, this sparse chance for any sort of rain and thunder shower activity. Temperatures this afternoon in the upper 70s to lower 80s, right on par with what we have been over the last few days. So temperatures are holding constant. We are going to gradually start to increase our rain chances, though, especially leading up into the Easter holiday weekend. More on that here in just a moment. For the rest of tonight, we should see a clearing sky, a mostly clear to partly cloudy sky for this evening. If you have any Wednesday evening church services, should be dry for that. Any sort of thunder shower activity should be coming to an end around or just after sunset. And then we are dry overnight. Clouds around for your Thursday morning, kind of like they have been over the last few days, partly to mostly cloudy to start off Thursday. And then heading into the rest of Thursday, thunder showers will be around. I'm not thinking it's a big chance by any means, but we do have the potential for a few thunder showers to sneak in, especially into the evening and overnight on Thursday. And then heading into Friday, again, we are still unsettled with that southerly wind. We will see thunder showers around. Not a great rain chance, but a few thunder showers may pop up by the afternoon as well on Friday. So again, isolated to widely scattered rain chances for your Thursday and Friday, but any sort of outdoor plans you may have even onto Good Friday should be okay. Just maybe pack the rain gear just in case. Now heading into the rest of the weekend, that's when we're going to see those rain chances really start to ramp up. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I will say this GFS model, the last few runs have started to speed up this system, as in get it to us a little bit earlier in the day on Saturday, as opposed to the overnight time period looks to be late afternoon into the early evening. Now, if that is the case and we see this line of rain and storms a little bit earlier, we may see some brief wind gusts on the stronger side, but again, still not really expecting any sort of severe weather. The dynamic ingredient still a little bit too far off to the north, I should say. But then this line of storms, again, if it comes a little bit earlier, it may have a little bit more instability or storm fuel to work with. But again, I'm thinking still general run-of-the-mill thunderstorms with some heavy rainfall, frequent lightning. Just things like that, what we're used to with the cold front moving through. Again, if it does come a little bit earlier, we will see, again, that would be some good news because that means it would end a little bit earlier onto your Easter Sunday morning. So the first part of Saturday, if you're wondering if you have any outdoor plans, any Easter egg hunts, any family gatherings or get-togethers, around lunchtime we should still be dry even if the system does favor speeding up. But for the evening into the overnight, that's when we are certainly going to have rain and storms around. So again, the first part of your Saturday morning and early afternoon should be okay for outdoor plans, but do check the forecast to see if the storm system does continue to speed up. Here we are at 7 a.m. on Easter Sunday morning. Again, this model is a little bit quicker than the other ones, but I just wanted to paint out this new scenario. If we get this storm system a little bit earlier in the day on Saturday, that means we are going to be mostly dry for your Easter Sunday. So that means early those sunrise services will not be impacted. However, not a guarantee by any means. I would still plan for some rain to be around early on a Sunday morning around sunrise. So just keep that in mind. It's going to impact any outdoor plans. Otherwise, you will be just fine getting to wherever you need to go Sunday morning. Just pack the rain gear because you will need it. So still looking at rain lingering for your Sunday morning early on Easter, but we are watching this trend to see if this speeds up, and that would work in our favor, at least for any Easter Sunday plans, because by the end of the morning and into the afternoon on Easter Sunday, we are looking dry. Now, it will be colder for the rest of Easter Sunday with winds now out of the north, but we will be dry at least through the afternoon and into the evening. So any afternoon or evening plans on Easter Sunday, if you don't mind some wet ground, should be okay to be outdoors. It's just the morning that could still see some lingering rain and some lingering showers. So just to keep in mind, again, the bulk of the rainfall going to be falling at earliest Saturday afternoon and then at latest into the mid to late morning on Easter Sunday. So here's a breakdown of your Easter weekend forecast. Again, lower rain chances for your Friday, but still isolated thunder showers around. I think you can get away with some outdoor plans. Again, be checking radar and checking back to the forecast. Temperatures in the lower 80s both Friday and Saturday, but then on Saturday that cold front arrives again sometime into the late afternoon into the overnight time period. Not looking at severe weather here in the Tennessee Valley, but maybe some gusty winds with some of these thunderstorms that move through, especially if it does come a little bit earlier on in the day. But we'll eventually see that rain come to an end at some point on Easter Sunday morning. We are looking gloomy though, soggy and stormy Saturday night into Sunday. So the first half of Saturday, outdoor plans should be okay. The second half of Sunday, outdoor plans should be okay. Again, the ground will be a little bit wet and it will be much cooler, but we go from the 80s to the 60s between Saturday and Easter Sunday. So just something to keep in mind for your weekend plans. Now for today, this morning, temperatures are starting off in the 60s, partly to mostly cloudy out there. We are dry, but if you want to send the kiddos off with the rain gear just in case of those isolated to widely scattered thunder showers for this afternoon, go ahead and do so. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s for today, and we are going to stay in the lower 80s for the next few days. But again, those thunder showers could pop up between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Again, not a guarantee that you will see those, but the chance is a little bit higher compared to the last few days. We stay unsettled Thursday and Friday with at least isolated thunder shower chance, but again, not a washout of a day either Thursday or Friday. I think outdoor plans are still okay, and if you have any good Friday plans, you should be okay. Again, just be checking back to the forecast to see on radar if there is a rain shower or a thunder shower in your area. And then that cold front comes through Saturday night into early Easter Sunday morning. Again, we'll watch to see if this does trend a little bit earlier, and we will clear things out a little bit earlier on Easter Sunday morning. But right now, still looking like rain is going to linger at least through mid-morning on Easter Sunday. So again, the first part of Saturday looks okay for outdoor plans. The second part of Sunday looks okay for outdoor plans, and temperatures will be much cooler heading into Easter Sunday as well. We'll be in the 80s on Saturday and then only reaching the mid-60s by Easter Sunday afternoon. So another thing to keep in mind, we will be a little bit cooler for Easter Sunday compared to what we've been experiencing the last several days and the next few days to come. That's a look at your local weather forecast on this Wednesday. Again, it is April Fool's Day, so stay on guard. Whether you have a jokester in your life or whether it's on social media, if it does sound a little bit silly, I guarantee you it probably isn't true. Stay wary out there and stay safe out there on this Wednesday.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.